Hey, stay in here, mommy. Stay in here. We got toys and stuff. Yeah. Sorry, I got cut off. Everything died. The phone, laptop. Okay, so I was talking about portal access, right? Basically, confirming that the feminine energy, whether it be male, female, whatever you identify as, because have you heard of soul transference? I'm not sure if anybody has tapped into that information as of yet, but soul transference is a thing. So how it works is your lineage had a task, by the creator. Your lineage had a task. And if your lineage went on the selfish route or the defensive, to fight against knowledge, the soul of the prophet within your lineage was taken out and given to someone else's lineage. So if you didn't follow the correct understanding down this path, hold on. You gotta stay in here, mama. You can't go out for now, okay? Okay. Ugh. So when the soul was replaced and placed into another family, this is where you got the Book of Moses. This is where you got the understanding of they're killing our children. They're taking the male member of the family, because a lot of the information was put in charge of certain male members, because the feminine was going to sleep, because every once in a while, to recharge melanin, you have to go to sleep for a long period of time and then wake up, all that other stuff, right? So that soul started to be taken from that lineage and placed into other families. So this is where you see that concept of the black sheep. The black sheep was literally the soul of a god or goddess or energy being placed within different races, different energies, different people. So you can have somebody walking around, looks albino as day, but still be the soul of a swap soul, basically. So the black sheep of the family that went against the current of death, basically, they're like, F that, I ain't staying here, I'm leaving. And you started to see that within social structures. If you see what's going on with Meghan Markle, if you saw what's going on with certain breakups that happen, because they're like, oh, and now I'm starting to see clearly what's going on. The matrix before me is falling. I need to get myself in order, my house in order, because I see now that the veil is starting to fall, right? As soon as the veil started to fall. So all of the contracts that were signed when the mothers were asleep were not looked over. Everybody was like, I don't know how to read my soul. This is why in the beginning I said, know where your soul's at. Know where you put your soul. Just like you know where your kid is. Know where you put your soul. So that nobody could test it. So when you're sitting at the mat with somebody, it's like Jumanji. It's like Jumanji. Like you're sitting at the mat, and then the person is like, you need to do this, this, and this. But all the while, their soul's trying to be like, oh, let's get this person and take their energy so we can now use this person's energy and do our tasks. be able to make our rituals come to fruition more better, because this person has a lot of energy. Or I say energy, but I say it's like a implantation of ether inside of your soul. It's like the mother loved you so much, she loaded so much love inside of you. This is why people are talking about light, love. It's because you could feel the heaviness of the burden of what it means to love, you know? Hi, Mama. You want to come on the TV and say something? Say, I'm in school too. Mommy's teaching me school work. Yeah. You want some water? Okay. What was I saying? So you're sitting at the mat and somebody could steal your soul. They could steal your energy and use it to formulate them to be the king of this energy. So they could go over to other people and be like, I got this, and be able to go to a ritual and make it come to fruition faster because they have that energy. So anytime you steal that from somebody else, though, you're at great danger, because now coming to the doors to collect is Anubis. Anubis is knocking on doors, knocking on heads, because of the money, or the creator was like, okay, I know. The creator was like, okay, so you want to steal from me? You want to steal, huh? All right. And so now what you're seeing is people are dropping like flies, and they're saying man-made this, man-made that. God is, when light and dark are on the same page, justice will prevail. When light and dark are on the same page, yin and yang, justice shall prevail. So, first things first. I don't know why I put these over here. Here, I'm going to give these to you and you go play. Mommy's going to finish, okay? I know you understand me because you are very smart. Huh? Okay. So there is a way to check to see if your contract is if you good. There's a way to check and see if your contract is mother approved. So I'm going to talk about contract signed, how to get out of an agreement, how you got into an agreement and signing it without reading because you didn't understand soul contracts. And people took your ignorance. It's like when one thing that really gets me is like how they could steal from the elderly, how they could steal from the disabled, how they could steal from the children less fortunate and bully them and hurt them and do all these negative, horrible things to the people who can't protect themselves. And they think that they could get away with it. But in actuality, the mother's about to eat their ass up from inside out. And you'll start to smell rotting flesh. If you're of spiritual, the reason I'm staying in recently, I've been smelling rotten flesh everywhere. Like zombie type stuff. And it's so pungent and gross. Because the very core of people's being, if you're rotten to the core, you're rotten. Like you're rotten. You're rotting. And that smell brings Anubis. It brings death knocking to the doors because you can smell. This is why I love sunflowers so much. Sunflowers is like your protection. Oh man, I shouldn't say that, but because you can't protect yourself if you have been an evil person. It's just karma. Karma comes back around and Earth won't protect you now. Herbs, flowers, any of that. Oh man, is it over? Does mommy have to stop? Mommy have to stop. Go get little Buddha. Go get Buddha. Go get Buddha. Bring it to mommy. Bring Buddha. Rose quartz. Bring Buddha. Please. Thank you. I see it. Yeah. Go get Buddha. Okay. You got it. There you go. So, where is your crackers? Here you go, baby. Here. Yeah. What's next? How do you get out of the contracts that you have signed? How to get out of the contract? Inbox me. I will check your GSI information, see who owns your contract, see what the contract value is, and I'll plead on your behalf. I'll help with that. That's the least I could do for that. For some people. For other people, y'all on your own. You are on your own. Okay, so next thing that I was channeling was the the structures of society, current society. I saw them crumbling. I saw the pillars of humanity, which they set up, were trying to build a new order. It's crumbled. A lot of that information that they got was actually false. The reason why I say it was false information was because some of the women that they were using as sexual objects or like when they were cheating on their wives, or they were the snakes. If you controlled your lust, then you don't have to worry about it. But they were the snakes in the garden. And while you were trying to get yours, because your lust and you wanted to consume energy, some of these women went to your kundalini and stole from you. Stole all your information. So when you would try to do a ritual, you'd be like, what the heck? Why is this not working? This is why some of them have to be celibate or whatever. They couldn't do that. They started going to the taboo, doing things that they was not supposed to do, thinking that they could overwrite the system because this thing and this person and this and what I call it, it's like Pac-Man. You eat, but eventually one of them little ghosts gonna come and you gotta run. But there's nowhere to run to. Because you are stuck in the matrix. Welcome. Welcome. A little bit more information I'm trying to get out before I have to go. So now that the towers are crumbling, they're going to try to plead or pay their way out. People are going to try to pay their way out of hell, out of the decay of the body, because without a soul, your body is nothing. It's just meat. Without a soul implanted into you, which is only going to be granted by Creator. So no matter if you claim to be whomever, if you are even a cloned individual, lots out there, it's going to start malfunctioning even more because there's no soul in there. So when mothers come, they think, okay, well, it doesn't have a soul. It's full game, right? It's free game. I can eat what I want, right? And when I had this dream about a year ago, it set me straight on my path, because I saw people try to protect themselves with these beautiful globes around them. It was like crystal and glass. It was beautiful, iridescent. And then I saw black energy just go to the globe and crack it. And then all the protection just fell. And that person was just like devoured. And that set me on the path. I was like, I'm going to do whatever to not have that happen to me. So just tell me where to go, what to do. I'm going to do it. Okay. So, I'm getting a channel that says talk more about heaven being on earth. Heaven is on earth right now. It's channeled heaven on earth. And it is controlled by the feminine archetype. And only accessible by the balanced soul. Only accessible by the balanced soul. So if you came knocking at the door, like, I have access to a door, right, that I don't touch. I don't touch this door because in the past, when I've opened this door, I saw there was a lot of people waiting, right? And I prayed to Father, and he said, if you're not balanced and you open that door, you're letting all of the negativity, you're letting all of the demons into heaven, right? So this is why when some people do music, certain beats know how to open that door. And what they were doing is they were opening it backwards, right? So angels were going into hell. Demons were going into the Garden of Eden. And it was messing everything up, right? So finally, there was a Shakti, or there was a woman who received her wings in India. Oh, mama. There was a woman who received her wings in India. And she saw what they were doing, and she turned into this black, scary energy. So anybody who came to that door, she sacrificed her earthly body to stand there and guard it. And that's why I said they had in the Bible, they said they had an angel standing at the foot of the gates with a fiery sword. So now that is back into place, because she had to have woken up in like the 80s, 90s, woken up as a, like, that's kind of early. Most angels and energies weren't supposed to wake up until 2020. But because of these time benders, beautiful time benders, I'm going to call it leguas, they transform consciousness back in time and woke up certain individuals really quick. And they would do it by flashing like really quick images of spiritual stuff really quick in their face, and then that person would start to be like and start to be like, oh my gosh, what is happening to me? And that breathing technique is how you give birth, you know. So this is why I want to be a doula. Like, I want to be a doula, because I'm like, that energy I get, and it just it fills the whole energy of my head. So this lady in India sacrificed herself to go turn her energy into the angel, got her wings, but also when you get your wings, you get your wings. And I won't say much more about that because that is some private information. But when you get your wings, baby. And so she stood there, and that allowed the mothers to wake up unharmed, because they were going and finding and looking at, if you were born a certain time, if you were born a certain constellation, they would pay doctors to kill you. They would pay drive-by shootings and to break into your house and kill you and stuff like that. They would do that purposely, right? And it was something recently with a black woman who died, a young girl who was in foster care, that was shot by the police, that really started everything. Because he knew who she was. He knew that she had the protection of the mothers, but he still killed her, right? So that started a war within everything. Like, it was just one after another, and then finally that woke the energy up so much that she ran to the creator with the information, and creator gave approval to wake up Anubis. And it's like the end of the last cycle, you know, of awakening. This is the end of the last cycle. So we can either go higher and go to the constellations of where we're supposed to be, or sink or swim, baby. Sink or swim. It's always been your choice. Sink or swim. Sink or swim. ¿Vamos a agua? ¿Tú quieres agua? ¿Sí? No. ¿Sí? So, call your mama today. Call your mother. Call the woman that you really, really, really hurt in the past. Call her. Call that person that you're like, oh my gosh, I stole from that person, whether I knew it or didn't know it. Call them. See if they will renegotiate your contract. See if they will renegotiate your contract. Because as soon as they tap into their divinity and they knock on that door, there's no divination that's gonna save you. None. And the funniest thing is in order to turn over a card, to tap into your Egun, to tap into your ancestors, you need energy. Like I don't know if there's another word to put it. You need energy. Like this is why when you tap into the cards so much, you are wasting your energy. Because some people don't know how much they have. They could be tapping in. If you don't have enough of your energy, you could be tapping into the demon side of everything. Just like some of these artists, like some of these singers and stuff like that. It's like once you run out of love and they suck the love out of you, that creative energy that only love can provide you with. Here, you want some bread? One cannot live on bread alone. Yeah. No. You want some puffs? Okay. Where did I put them? Right here. Puffs. Ooh, yummy. Yum, yum. Okay, so one cannot live on bread alone. Why did I say that? Anyway, so yeah, I would say call your mother. Just ask her how she's doing. Tap into the channel of Earth. Like if you feel really bad about something, go to the forest, dig a hole, and place some fruit and some vegetables and something like really important to you, like something that's worth a lot of money, like a lot of money, and just bury it. That one direction shows the goddess of love that you don't put money before love, because that little item, you buried it. You say money does not control me. Men in this society don't control me. Fear from these secret people don't control me because they don't control ether. No one can control ether. It's all about who can tap into ether the best. And you have to have a balanced understand. You have to have good awapele, good understanding, a good character to tap into ether, to ask Black for a source of her creation for you to create. This is why I'm so hurt that people don't treat Black women like they are something to admire. Because to be born in this lifetime a Black woman is a blessing and a curse. To be a blessing and a curse. But they know how to handle it so beautifully. Through the pain, through the sorrows, they created dance. They created rhythm. They wrote books. Oh, Toni Morrison tapped into channels way ahead of her time. That woman, when she When she called and said, I'm done, I heard channels of people being like, yo, no. It's too early. We're not ready. We're not ready. Come on. Tony. I even wrote this on my Facebook channel. I was like, oh, someone of noble knowledge is gonna be. Uh-oh, I may have to do something to help you out. You wanna go for a walk? No? Okay, we'll figure it out then. We'll change babies. I'm gonna just finish this sentence and then we'll go. Okay? Okay. When Toni Morrison died, you guys, that was a very, when she passed to the next realm, she took a lot of information with her.